USA. The USA have finished the 3 group stage games. They got 2 wins. They got the win against Australia and obviously the earlier win against Paraguay. But the last game ended in a 2-3 loss against Turkey, the team who was seemingly eliminated from the World Cup after match day 2. Now guys, what does this mean for USA moving on to the knockout stages? To be honest, I've been kind of avoiding talking about USA throughout the group stages. You know, I've talked a lot about Canada, obviously me being Canadian. I've talked a lot about Mexico, but USA I haven't really talked that much about, and it may be because I'm not the biggest fan of the United States football team. That may be the reason why. I may have a little bit of bias. Obviously, if you know, there's been a little bit of tension with Canada and USA within the last year or so. So maybe that's why. I don't really know. But guys, I can't keep going on. I need to talk about this team because when I watch this team play, it's crazy. I don't know what I'm seeing. I didn't expect USA to play like this. Bro, half these players, I never heard of their names in my life. And all of a sudden, I watch some USA games and these players are scoring bangers from outside the box, low-driven shots, headers, crazy one-time half volleys. Like, bro, this team is crazy. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, USA might actually be a contender and might make it much further than I expected in the World Cup. I remember before the competition started, we was reacting to so many World Cup rankings, right? We saw some of these American pundits and these American sports analysts put USA as the top 10 best teams in the world, top 12 best teams in the world. Some people had them finishing in the semifinals or the finals. And I'm like, bro, are you out of your mind? USA semifinals? In my opinion, I thought USA would be lucky to make it past the round of 32. To make it to the round of 16 in my mind was crazy. But looking at this team now, seeing how they played in the 3 group stage matches, I know they just got a loss, but to be fair, guys, they were rotating almost their whole squad. The whole back line was different, a lot of different midfielders, a whole different attack. Like, there was probably at least 7 or 8 players that are not realistically first team players on the US. Bro, this team is incredible. This team is absolutely incredible. The way they've been playing football in this tournament, the way they've been passing the ball, and just the general skill of these players, bro, they've been probably a top 5 team in this World Cup so far. I'm going to be completely honest. They've been probably a top 5 team in this World Cup so far. Like I said, USA just lost 3-2 against Turkey, right? But guys, if you look at the starting lineup, honestly, Scally hasn't started yet. Robinson hasn't started yet. McKenzie, he maybe played in 1 game, but nothing much. Trusty hasn't started yet. Reyna has barely been playing. Berhalter hasn't started yet. McKinney, obviously their main midfielder. Aronson hasn't got too much game time. Pepe, same thing. Weah, he's in and out. Guys, this is a B team USA. This is a B team USA. Right? If you look at USA's best team, it would have Christian Pulisic in it. It would have Freeman in it, who, bro, by the way, I don't even know who this guy is. He plays for Villarreal, young player. I've maybe seen him 2 times in my life. This guy got a goal and an assist in the first 2 games. Absolutely incredible. But Freeman would definitely be in the starting lineup. You'd have probably Serginho Dest. You'd have probably Malik Tillman. You'd have Anthony Robinson. You'd have Chris Richard. You'd have Tim Ream. You would probably have Balogun and the striker. So guys, this is a USA B team right here. The fact that they were arguably still the better team against Turkey. Now I know Turkey, they've been shit in this World Cup, but this was a vintage like this was a type of performance that I would expect Turkey to put into in the other games against Paraguay and against Australia. They were not performing like this. This is the Turkey I know. This is the Turkey that can perform. This is the Turkey that can be clinical in the attack. And that's exactly what they were. Because let's be 100% honest. If Turkey played anywhere near how they played in the last 2 games, USA would have won this game 5-0 with their B team. I swear on my life. Because the fact that USA were playing their B team and they still hung, they still almost got a draw against this Turkey team who were playing fantastic, by the way, so much better than in any of the other games, were very clinical. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, guys. This USA team is crazy. Bro, this guy today, this Berhalter guy, bro, I don't even know who the fuck this is. Who is this guy? I don't even know this guy. He plays for Vancouver. He plays in Canada. I don't even know who this guy is. Created the most chances in this game, had the most touches. Look at his heat map, bro. He was all over the fucking pitch. I don't even know who this guy is. I literally have no idea who this guy is. Same with Freeman, bro. Like I already mentioned, I had no idea who this guy is. Got a goal and an assist in the last 2 games. He's been incredible. Bro, this guy Berhalter, bro, for the second goal for USA, he just the ball was bouncing to him at the end of the box, but he just smacked the shit out of the ball and it goes flying into the back of the net. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, bro, it's crazy with this team. I'm telling you, these players are so athletic. They're so strong. They're so fast. But what they have, which I haven't seen USA players really ever have, is the way they move the ball so quickly, the way they pass so fluidly. I feel like that's a very, European type of Spanish type of style, with fluid, quick passing, 1-2s and all that. But this USA team, it's like the way they're playing, it's like they've just adapted a European play. It's like Mauricio Pochettino adapted a European play style, brought it to America, where they naturally have very athletic players, and the combination is making for a very, very good looking team. And bro, I'm scared of this team. I'm scared of this team. Like I said, as a Canadian, I haven't been talking much about the US. Maybe that's because I'm a little bit biased. Maybe that's because I'm annoyed that Canada is not performing as good as USA and Mexico are. Mexico haven't even been that good, but they got 3 wins. USA have been absolutely incredible, right? So maybe I'm a little bit cheesed that Canada hasn't been that good and USA has been all that. But bro, holy shit. Like, how far can this USA team really go, guys? Honestly, I'm starting to think this team can have a deep run. I'm starting to think this team can have a very deep run. I know going into this World Cup, we saw very good results from them. Obviously, they lost that game against Germany, but they were performing very good. We saw them smoke Senegal in a very good performance. I don't know how far this USA team can go, but if they continue playing to the level, to the speed, and with the creativity that they're currently playing with, guys, USA could have a very good run. Obviously, in the round of 32, they have a very favorable draw against Bosnia. This is a very favorable draw. In this game, guys, I don't see any way Bosnia win this game. I don't see any way. I think USA will probably win this game 3-1. I see no way that Bosnia win this game. Then, USA are projected to face up against Egypt and South Korea. Although it might not be Egypt, it could possibly be Belgium, whoever it is. Right now, it's looking like Egypt against South Korea. Which would mean that if they beat Bosnia, which I think they will most likely face Egypt or South Korea in the round of 16, which I think they could probably beat as well, making USA possibly advance to the quarterfinals, where they most likely would come up against a Spain, possibly a Portugal, possibly a Colombia, a very, very hard team. Probably the highest chance would be Spain. Can USA beat Spain in the quarterfinals? No, I don't think so. I think that would be the end of the line for USA. But then again, we saw Spain struggle against a team like Cabo Verde. So, could USA beat Spain? I don't think so. But you never know. This is the World Cup this is the World Cup of upsets. You never know, bro. It's crazy with this team, chat. It's crazy, bro. This team is so much better than I initially thought, and maybe, like I said, it's because of certain inner biases. Maybe it's because I just can't deal with the fact of people calling Pulisic the LeBron James of soccer, and they actually having a good tournament. I don't know what it is, but bro, we have to respect this USA team, because I'm gonna be completely honest, they've been a top 5 team so far in this World Cup. The way they're performing, it's incredible. The way they move the ball is very, very fast. They're very compact. They play their positions very, very well. I think the structure of this team put in by Mauricio Pochettino is very, very strong. I think they're incredibly athletic. I still think their defense is the weakest part of their team. But obviously, Chris Richards has been doing good. But Tim Ream, who's I don't know how old, 30, whatever he is, he hasn't even been that bad. Their fullbacks have been incredible. This guy Freeman, like I said, I never heard of him, but he's fucking incredible. Like, bro, I don't even know what to say with this USA team. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Every game I watched them play, whether it was against Paraguay, whether it was against Australia, and even today against Turkey, they looked absolutely incredible in each of those games. Yes, there were certain periods here and there where they could have done better. Yes, there's a couple mistakes here and there. But honestly, who hasn't made mistakes in this World Cup? Every single team has, except maybe Argentina, because Messi's having an absolute masterclass. But guys, that is the end of this video. Let me know in the comments down below, how far can USA go in this World Cup? Can they make it to the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals? Bro, if they do, bro, yeah, I'm not even going to say much right now. But guys, that's the end of the video. As always, if you've been enjoying all the World Cup content, all the live streams, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.